This year's planner comes with 4 cover options, which is really exciting. So to select the planner cover that you want to see when you open your planner, all you're going to do is tap the 3 dots, and then for each unwanted cover, you just select move page to trash, and you'll just complete that until you have only 1 cover remaining. The only caveat with this method is once you delete a page, you cannot re-add it. So if you change your mind later and want a different cover, you'll just need to go to your downloads and re-upload the original planner to Goodnotes. Another option that I didn't include here, but you can tap this icon here. This allows you to rearrange your pages. Don't rearrange any pages past the covers or you will start to break your links. But for the covers, let's say we want our floral pattern to be the first one. You can just make it first and then delete this instructional page. And then when you open your planner, this will be what you see. All right, now let's head to the quick start guide. So if ever you need to reference this video again, it is linked in your planner. So you just tap this right here and it'll take you to the YouTube video that you are watching right now. Your planner is hyperlinked, which means you can hop around without having to swipe through your pages. These icons are your links, and so this is just a quick explanation of what those are. Then you have your menu page and some quick links here. These are also linked. This year I've added a goal page, so you can start by listing out just all the goals you think you want to achieve, and then you can start to prioritize them with your top priorities and then some that are nice to haves. I also have a little box here for a little reminder. You can write in this or have it as an image, and I'll show you how to add a little image really quickly. So you want to go here. This is actually a question I get a lot in this, that your links aren't working. If your links aren't working, you're probably in read-only mode, which is what we're in right now. So you're going to tap this icon right here, and now you have access to your toolbar. If you're seeing your toolbar, that means you are not in read-only mode and your links are not going to work. So to add an image, we're going to tap this picture icon right here. You can always see your first couple of images here, but if there's an image somewhere further in your library, you would just long tap right here, and then it'll pull up your images for you, and you can just tap it and it'll add it. Now for this particular image, it's a little bit long for the box that we have, so you can just press and hold and then select crop, and then we can resize it to fit our box. We can move it around. Let me move that up so you can see it. We can make it just a little smaller or a lot smaller. And there you go. Next, we have our subscriptions page. So this is just a place to track all of those infrequent subscriptions that you may have, like your Amazon Prime or your Costco membership, just so you aren't caught off guard and you're able to plan for them. You may have also started to see this home icon on pages. This will take you back to the main menu, regardless of what page you're on. Next, we have our calendar page. This is how you'll access all of your monthly payday budget pages. So when you click on a month, it's going to take you to a sub menu where you can access your calendar, a bills checklist, your payday budget, and some other items. You also now notice that a calendar icon has appeared, so this will take you back to all of the months if you need to skip around. So going back to January, first let's start with the calendar. So your purchase will come with a Monday start and a Sunday start version, and the calendars are undated, so you can reuse this year after year. You'll also now see that you have a star icon. Whenever you see this star icon, it's going to take you back to a sub menu, so you won't have to swipe all the way through. Next, we have our bills checklist, and this was actually a page that was requested by you all. So now you have a place where you can list out all of your monthly bills without having to refer to additional piece of paper or go back to your payday budget worksheets. Then we have a spending tracker, so you can keep track of all of your expenses throughout the month and categorize them to see where you may be over or under spending and adjust accordingly. The payday budget worksheet has gotten a major overhaul thanks to all of y'all's feedback. So the first thing that is new here is that you wanted to be able to do this with a partner or if you have multiple streams of income. So I've added additional rows for that. And then I don't remember what I had this titled originally, but the intention was for you to be able to pay yourself first. So I've made that section more clear and then with a little bit more instruction. You also wanted to have more space just to list out your bills. So I've added additional rows here. The trade-off is that now this all doesn't fit on one page. So you will need to continue on the next page, but I think that was a fair trade-off. Another piece of feedback I got was that you all aren't using the cash envelope system anymore. I am also no longer using the cash envelope system. So I've updated this section to be titled envelopes/accounts, just so you have another way to track if you switch to digital saving. And then finally, I've added some instructions here so you understand what you're supposed to be doing in each of these boxes. I've also numbered them so you understand what order you're supposed to complete this. For the second page, I've added additional rows for your sinking funds. And then I brought back these two sections, which was from 2 budget planners ago. So you now have a section if you want to throw extra money at debt or savings. I made this a little bit more clear so you know how to zero out your budget because this is a zero-based budget planner. And then finally, I added a section for notes. One note here is that this payday planner section only comes with 2 of these worksheets, but so you can see that there's 14 and 15 is one, and then 16 and 17 is another. But if you need more pages, all you have to do is just tap the add page icon, current template, and then you can add additional pages as you need them. Finally, we have the recap section. So this is also new. So now you can go back and just see how you did for the month overall. So you can have all of your expenses summarized by category. Also have a section here for expenses that were higher than expected and then a plan for them. So this could be anything from bills or sinking fund, and then a bills recap. I've been leaning on this pretty hard, especially with inflation and especially with my car insurance. It feels like it's changing every month or every quarter. So just being able to track how those are changing. This continues on the next page where you can recap if you have debt and kind of track where you started and where you ended the month. And then the same thing for your savings, and then just a total summary here. I really like having this because I realized when I got to the end of 2023, I wanted to have a way to see how much I saved for the year, and the only way I could do that was to go back through all of my bank statements. So I like that this year I'll have this one row where I can kind of add up how much I made for the year, spent for the year, saved, and even how much debt. And then just a little section here if you want to adjust your goals throughout the month or add new goals. Next, we have our sinking funds. This is also a section that was updated quite a bit thanks to y'all's feedback. So first we have the yearly planner. This is just where you will track all of the sinking funds you want to have for the year, when you'll need the money by, and how much you want to save. Then we have the monthly sinking fund tracker. This was in last year's planner, so no change here. This is where I heard y'all's feedback and I added a weekly sinking fund tracker. So you can see I've been testing it out with my Roth IRA. Also tested it out with my husband, who gets paid weekly while I get paid twice a month. So being able to track our progress when we got paid was super helpful, which is kind of hard to do with a partner unless y'all are on the same payment schedule with the monthly one. And then finally, we have the sinking fund expense recap. This was also in the previous planner, but I've just updated the design. So the idea for this one is that you would track your expenses as it relates to your sinking fund to help you prepare for the next year. So for 2023 Christmas, I'd budgeted $1,100, but I actually spent almost $1,300. So what this tells me is for 2024, as I'm planning, I need to at minimum save $1,300, but probably with inflation, I need to save maybe $1,400. Finally, we have our savings challenges. So the big change here really is that I've now added a menu here. So before, you'd have to just swipe through all of the changes. The 5 through 5,000 hasn't changed, but for the 5, 10, and 20, I added just a little note here at the bottom so you know how much you are going to save once you complete these. I think these smaller amounts are really good if you have a small child, or if you just want to plus up an emergency fund, or have just a little bit, challenge yourself to save a little bit more here. Let's actually use our star icon because I've added 2 more. So taking us back to the main or the sub menu, we have our 52-week challenge and a 26-week challenge. I know these have been popular on TikTok, so I wanted to add it here. And then I received overwhelming feedback from you all that you wanted a page for custom challenges. So I've added this here so you can add your own. And I did a little sample here, but I can just show you what that scribble is from. So you can use your pen, which is already on, or you can use a highlighter like that, or my favorite, just because it saves time, is you can just draw it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it'll make a square for you. You can lasso it and move it around. And then if you have, let's say you want to just complete an entire section. Oh, that was too ugly of a square. Okay, just very quickly, just make a better square maybe. Okay, yeah. And then you can lasso those 2, copy and paste it. This is a trick I do so I don't have to individually color each square. And then I can just cheat like that, and now I have 2 filled in squares. All right, so that is, oh, see, I wasn't in read-only mode. So let's get in read-only mode, and now the icon will work. All right, so that is the 2024 planner. I hope you all enjoy it as much as I have through testing. If you have any questions about the planner, please reach out to me on Etsy. That is the best way to guarantee that I see your message. If you DM me on TikTok or YouTube, it may get lost. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.